everyone, how's it going? August 10th, 2018, 3:06 p.m. Alright, well, this is the Atlantic Ocean, believe it or not, for those of you that have been asking why we have not had any hurricanes. There's a few reasons for it, one being that August is a popular time for them to begin. As we all know, Hurricane Harvey was in August. We had a few pretty significant storms before that. So, I mean, facts are facts. As of this moment, this season has been less dramatic than last season. There's nothing more you could say about that, but we all know how quickly things can change. And this is an invest right now put out by the National Hurricane Center. We are watching a specific area right where our hurricanes flow down off the west coast of Africa. We make our way down to our warm water belt and we go right towards the Leeward Islands. I believe this is a 20% chance over the next 5 days. Pretty cool anomaly right there. I always love seeing these things. You'll see that little bow shape. We had one up here, and then we got that one. That's pretty much where our invest is. Hey, coincidence? Maybe not a coincidence. Who knows? Here's a better look. We still have our disturbance 2, 20% chance cyclone formation. Again, if this does develop into anything, whether or not it's just a group of storms or becomes some sort of cyclone, the high pressure in the Atlantic and the clockwise spin of it will push this thing towards the UK. This, on the other hand, if it does decide to form, will be pressed down right through the Leeward Islands, and if it goes up to that 40% chance, 50% chance, that is when we are going to finally have a probably total overload on the internet of every weather channel talking about it, because everyone's been drooling waiting for that first or that next invest in the Atlantic Ocean. And here it is, 20% chance over 5 days. 5 days is a long time for things to change, so I'm still going to tell you about it because that's what we do. We talk about things that are currently going on, and you can get a good look at this little invest here. Came right off the west coast, and we could see another pretty significant grouping of storms that's probably dumping a real lot of rain in this area of Africa right now. That may be a second invest. So the invest that we're talking about is right in this area, current time. That other invest that is up here that will more than likely just go up towards the UK is in this area. So basically, as we see more and more color making its way from the coast of Africa towards the Leeward Islands, you will expect to see our uptick in invests, which is more times than none the case in August. Still very active in the Pacific Ocean. Really quick, we'll just take a look at what we got on Sky, Tropical Tidbits. So we got some moisture sticking to itself here, pressure of 1009. This is not out of the realm of possibility of becoming an invest itself, because our index intensity chart shows that this is an area where a hurricane can form, and the water is warm, if not warm enough to produce this type of cyclone. We don't know yet. They have not put an official invest, but when you see greens here and you compare them to a chart such as, if I could find it, here we go. We'll scroll down here, and this is that chart right here. When you see the reds, that means that if you get an invest that moves into that area, it is highly favorable that it will become a cyclone. So yellows are unfavorable. We got that little 1,000 millibar pressure down in this area, and then the entire west coast of Mexico is just red, and we are just firing storm after storm after storm. Hurricane Hector is wanting to go visit its friends in typhoon territory. So Hector may actually continue to be a hurricane until it becomes either a hurricane or a typhoon, or both, or definitely a rare situation that a hurricane from the Pacific Ocean is going to make it all the way towards Tokyo. Very, very long travel. Definitely rare. But there's only so much we could talk about. There's a lot more time in between it passing Hawaii and it getting to Tokyo, so that's really all there is on that for now. Let's see what else we got here. I believe that's it. I just wanted to point that invest out to you. For those of you that have been asking where are all the invests, where are all the hurricanes, patience, my friends, patience. August is a very important part of hurricane season, and September even more. So just sit tight, and you will get your storms. Hopefully nothing that will, injure or hurt people. I mean, yes, we all love weather. We would like to see a hurricane, the shape, the movement of it. But again, at the same time, hurricanes are devastating things. So we got to be careful what we wish for here. We are still dealing with a jet stream dip that is going to continue to bring moisture up into the northeast. We're expecting storms actually today. We could see a lot of spotty stuff going on in the south Gulf right now. Super amount of lightning to the point where we're just covered and we are just getting flash after flash after flash after flash. A lot of channels put out videos highlighting the fact that there's tens of thousands of strikes a minute. That's fairly not that uncommon. I do like using this chart to actually pinpoint certain storms, but we get lightning all the time. It's a part of nature. We get lightning with storms. This happens to be one of those situations where there are a lot of strikes going on at once. So it's just very cool to look at, and it basically gives you an idea that parts of Louisiana right now are just the highest points of anywhere in this area are getting struck by lightning. So that's what I wanted to show you for now. I wanted you guys to see this little anomaly here right by our invest, and to show you that the Atlantic Ocean is alive. It's not dead like a lot of people think. The Pacific Ocean had its turn. It will continue to produce storms. Basically, it's all about atmospheric conditions, and so far this season, the Pacific Ocean is taking over that title. But again, in my opinion, it's just a matter of time before the Atlantic Ocean is going to be basically every other video you see on YouTube, whether small channels or whether big channels. People are chomping at the bit to get this info out, so I'm right there with them. I just got off work, and this is the first thing I did. Actually, that's a lie. I made a cup of tea, and then I sat down, and now I'm making this for you guys. So that's where we're at for now. Any changes in this percentage you will hear right here on this channel. I also update on Twitter and on Instagram. And for those of you that are talking about the volume of my videos, one tip I have for you is to, before the video starts, in the settings on the bottom right part of the screen, change it to a high def, because usually my videos default in the 480 range. Change that to 720 and it will also affect the audio. So other than that, I haven't changed anything with my audio, and I just seem to be getting more and more comments about the audio, so hopefully we can get a fix to that. And that's about it, guys. In fact, let's see, I wanted to show you Hector real quick, how Hector passed underneath Hawaii as expected. A lot of videos out there said it would be a direct hit. That certainly did not happen. We had some of our storm surge, but that was about the extent of it. We see a little guy pop up out here moving a little bit north that was said to possibly bring some rain to California. I don't know if that will happen, but as you see Hector, we move on and on and on through the 15th, 16th, 17th. It is just moving all the way across the Pacific Ocean. Wants to go hang out with the typhoons, it looks like. And one more time, we'll check out our radar over the last couple hours to present time. Where you see red, that is moisture falling to the ground, rain, hail, you name it, especially along the jet stream line. Big storm right over the central part of Texas a little bit earlier today. As we move forward, we got some action going out off the coast of Florida and the Carolinas and Georgia. This may aid in that invest once it gets up in this area and it gets into those red zones. And then we have our northeast, which is beginning to curl in a clockwise motion. So you may see clouds moving in a different direction than you're used to seeing them. But we are expecting rain later tonight, at least in southeast Pennsylvania. And then Monday apparently is supposed to be a washout in the northeast. So we'll keep an eye on that as well. But all right, guys, I hope everyone had a good day. I will try to prepare another video for you this afternoon. If anything changes with that invest, I will be on immediately. So that's it for now. Thank you guys for your patience, and I appreciate your time. I'll talk to you all very soon. Bye-bye.